Good morning, students. Welcome to your computer class. Students, we were discussing about Microsoft Word, and we will take further. We'll take our discussion further. So, first thing, let's try to recap what we have learned till now. So, we have learned about page size. We have learned about page break. We have learned about inserting watermark, and we have also learned about changing the page color. So today we are going to learn about previewing a document. Now what is previewing a document means, students? Microsoft Word gives us an option where we can view the document before printing it. This is called as the previewing of document. Now how we want to if you want to have a look on the preview and find out how the printout would look like, then to do that there are a few steps we need to follow. The first step is we will have to click on the File tab. Then we go to the Select Print option. A preview of the document will automatically appear on the window. On the right hand side, you can see the big preview picture in the slide. Now, next is that you click on the arrow below the preview section to view every page in the document. So you can see there will be a small white field and two arrow keys, the forward button and the backward button. The moment you click on the forward button, suppose you have 2 or 3 pages to print, then all these would be shown up here. And if you have a single page, then you don't need to use this option. You can just look into the preview option and understand how your preview or your printout would look like. Next step is we can magnify the view by using the zoom slider. You can see the zoom slider in the in your book. So especially it's kind of a button in which if you take it towards the plus sign, the font will increase, and if you take towards the minus sign, the font of the preview letter or the document will decrease. So this is how you preview a document. It is always recommended to preview the document before printing it so that you get a clear picture and clear understanding of how your printout would look like. Next thing is printing a document. Now how to print a document? In order to print a document, it's very simple, and it's the same way how we take the printout of any other documents. So from the application software. So what we have to do, we have to click on the File tab. First step, we have to click on the Print option. Then we will select the printer. Suppose you have only one printer, then you don't need to make any selection. You just have to see the name. For example, if you have a Canon printer, it will show up there as Canon. And if you have an HP printer, it will show up there as an HP. So you can understand that this particular printer is being connected. But let's take an example of a school where we have 3 or 4 printers, right? So if in case I want to take a printout from the let's say the largest printer, right? So which is a Canon printer. If I want to take a printout of it, then I will have to select Canon. If I want to use a small printer, then I can change it to HP printer and I can take a printout of that. So selection of printer is important when you have multiple printers connected to it. Next thing is you specify the copies. Now how many copies do you want? Do you want just a one copy of the printout, or you want to print 100, 50, 20, 30, whatever number? So whatever number you want, you fill it there in the option which is next to the print button. You enter the number there. And next is you click on the arrow next to the print all pages option. This will be under the settings sections, and there are few changes if you want you can make to it. Now if I want to print the entire document, the complete document, then I will select it as print all pages. Now if I want to just print the selected text in the document, not everything but the selected text, then I select the print selection option. Now if I want to just, let's say if I have a PDF document and I have 10 and 15 pages. Now if I just want to take a printout of page number 12, then I will use the print only current page option. Now to print a range of pages, we select the print custom range option. Now to print all odd pages in the documents, we select only print odd pages, and for all the even numbers we select the print even pages option. So there are so many options which are available which you can use to take the printout. And last option, after making all the selection whatever is required, you click on the print button. You have to ensure that your printer is connected and is powered on. If it is connected and if you give a printout and if your printer is off, you may not get the printer. Or when you turn on the printer, maybe after a few hours or after a few days, you will find the same printout coming up in your printer if it is there in the network. So very important to turn on the printer before taking the printout or using the print option, else your printout will not be successful. So students, we will further discuss the answers for the exercises we have completed. Now first, we are going to discuss about the tick the correct option. So the first is the column option is present on the page layout tab, right? So the answer is page C, page layout. The next is the default settings for the top left and right margin in Windows 2010 is 1 inch. So 1 inch is the top, bottom and left and right margin which is default provided to MS Word. Next is the page orientation is the property that determines the printing direction of the text. Now how the printing direction of the text will be there is decided by the orientation. Number fourth is word art is a styling feature in text styling feature in Word 2010. See, this is a text styling feature, students. So we're talking about word art. And last one is which of the following option is not present in the illustration group under the insert tab? The answer is word art. Word art is the one which is not available in the illustration group. So let's come to the next one, which is fill in the blanks. The fill in the blanks, making changes to the setting of a page is called as page formatting. The default page orientation in Word 2010 is portrait. Portrait means vertical, or the column wise, right? Next is the page, a page break indicates the end of a page. This is quite simple. Next is print option is present in file tab, and shape in Word is divided into 8 categories. We'll come to true and false. So by default, Microsoft Word 2010 document has 2 columns. The answer is false. By default, Microsoft Word 2010 has got only 1 column. To print a document along the length of the paper, portrait orientation is used. The answer is false. Portrait orientation is not used to print a document along the length of the paper. Next is word art is a collection of pre-designed images. False. It is a text styling feature. Next is the shape and formatting characteristics of a word objects are called as word art styles. The answer is true. And the last one is you cannot insert text inside a shape. And for this, the answer is false. Next, students, we discussed about the extra question. Your extra question number 1 was explain MS Word. The answer is simple. MS Word is an application software. It is a word processor used for writing letters, articles, documents, etc. You can mention it is also a part of MS Office suite. So roughly this sums up to the answer. If you have written any 2 points of your choice which somewhat matches to this is considered as fine. Next question is what is the use of watermark? Now watermark is a text picture placed behind the document text. This option is present in the page layout tab. So moving to the next question, which is answer the following. Question number 2. That's our homework, which is write the steps for setting the page margin of a document. And we have one more extra question here, which is write a short note on page orientation. So you have to write a short note on page orientation. These 2 questions are your homework. Please do it in your computer notebook. And just in case if you have any questions related to today's discussion, you know what to do. So thank you for your time, students, and have a good day ahead.